Hey there, Tiffany Thomas with wealthytiffany.com, and in today's video, I just want to talk about becoming financially free at a young age. And before we dive in, if you're ready for financial freedom, comment freedom below in the comments, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button to subscribe to my YouTube channel, and hit the little bell to get notified when I post new videos. And don't forget to like and share this video. Okay, so let's talk about becoming financially free. And I just wanted to do this video for you guys because I am so passionate about becoming financially free at a young age. I didn't realize this was actually possible. I didn't realize this was a thing that people were doing. I just thought I would have to work until 65, like work a 9 to 5, and retire, in my 60s. Or if I was to get married, that, even if I was to stay at home with the kids, my husband would have to work until 65. I didn't realize that there were so many people that were retiring early, becoming financially free at a young age. And once I found this out, I was like, hold up, wait a minute, how is this possible? How are people doing this? And so I started studying about it and looking at other people's experiences, looking at their blog posts that they were doing, their podcast interviews, and just looking over their websites. I've always been really good at saving my money, and then I started investing my money, and then once I discovered that people were becoming financially free at a young age, in their 30s, 40s, even 50s, I was just thinking, okay, how are they doing this? How are they investing their money? What is this process that they're going through to achieve this? And a lot of them don't make a ton of money. They had a really high savings rate and they put that money into an investment that was giving them a good return. And a lot of them invest in index funds in the stock market, which is just a fund that has a whole bunch of stocks inside of it. And they're just keeping their money in those funds for a long period of time. And they figured out the math behind this. And it's called the 4% rule. And there's been some studies done on this, quite a few studies. And it looks like to retire, you need to have at least 25 times your annual expenses invested. So let me just give you a quick example. If you have expenses, yearly expenses, that are, let's say, 40,000, then you're just going to multiply that amount by 25, and that is going to be your financial freedom number. Which would be $1 million. So if you have $1 million invested and you want to retire and your expenses are about 40,000 a year, then that is totally possible. It's totally doable, because you can live off of 4% of that $1 million that you have invested, and it won't run out. So this is miraculous, because I've always wondered, well, how much exactly do I need to retire? How much money do I need to have invested? And after doing all of this research and seeing that this was working for people, this 4% rule, that it's totally achievable. And you don't have to just do it in the stock market if that's not your preference. You can also do it in real estate or in other ways. I have a combination of those two, so I'm doing real estate and the stock market. And now that I have this formula, your annual expenses multiplied by 25, now I know what I'm working toward. I have a financial freedom number that I'm working toward, and I can see once I reach that, then I'm able to retire. And it's not just about retiring, right? Just like sitting on the couch and watching Netflix now. But it's just more about choices. You have different opportunities and different choices that you can take or that you can make, because you have this freedom, you have this financial freedom, because you've invested your money and it's getting a good return for you. And this formula only needs a 4% return. So it's not that high. Usually the stock market returns 8%. So yeah, it's a whole different way to look at life. And you can continue to work. Of course, you can continue to work and continue to put your money into investments and continue to watch it grow. And then, you may not be as stressed or as nervous about retiring if you are still putting money in there. So you have over the amount that you need. Or, if you just want to travel for a while and take a break, maybe you want to do a little mini retirement, then you could totally do that. And then maybe there's something that you're passionate about and you want to work on that part-time, or start your own business, whatever you want to do. There's so many choices because you're not worried about money. You have that financial freedom. And it's not, like I said, it's not just about retiring, being able to just quit your 9-to-5 job and sit on the couch all day. But you just have more time. You have that time freedom because of your financial freedom. So I just find this so important. And honestly, I love the community around this. And I listen to the Choose FI podcast. Choose Financial Independence is what it stands for. Podcast all the time, and I love it because they share people's experiences on there that are financially free or financially independent or working toward that. They're sharing different life hacks, how people have been able to go to school for a lot cheaper, or they've started their own businesses or their own side hustles, and they were able to invest even more money to get there even more quickly. And some people have been able to reduce their expenses. They really didn't need to be living off that much money. So they've reduced their expenses and they're a lot happier because they're spending their money on things that are important to them instead of just not even realizing what they're spending their money on, just blowing their money, just swiping their credit card. And they don't realize where their money's gone. But now, with this community, they're just more intentional with their money, with what they're spending their money on, how much they're saving, what they're investing. And it just it creates this camaraderie that I just love. And I listened to one episode when there was flooding going on, and someone had posted, I think it was in their Facebook group, and asked, hey, is there anyone that lives nearby that I could just park in their driveway? They had a motorhome or a trailer or something. They just needed somewhere to park it while it was hurricane season because of all the flooding that was going on. And someone in the community just reached out and they're like, oh yeah, I'm not too far from here. You can definitely just park in my driveway, no problem. Like they're creating that community with one another because they have that same mindset, that similar mindset. And they know what their priorities are, they know what their goals are, and everyone's working toward this financial independence. And they're just sharing their experiences and their needs, and people are reaching out to them and, helping, whether it's letting them park in a driveway or sharing some tip that they have for other people, some life hack. And it's just so amazing that there are so many people that are living this type of lifestyle. So I just wanted to share this video with you and get you excited about financial freedom and help you realize that it is possible for you. So many people have done it, and a lot of them even had a ton of debt beforehand, but they have still been able to achieve their financial freedom goal. So there's just so many examples and so many people that are financially free or that are working toward it and supporting one another in this journey. And I love that community. So I wanted to, just share this information with you guys, and hopefully you'll join the bandwagon and want to become financially independent or financially free at a young age, and that to help you realize that you have a community out there, that you have support. And I'm here to support you as well. So if this is something you're interested in, definitely comment below and let me know you're interested in it. And if you have any life hacks or any little tips that you want to share, please put those in the comments as well. If you have some tip that you've learned, maybe you've paid off an enormous amount of debt in a short amount of time, or maybe you've started a side hustle. or maybe you've gotten a raise at work, or you've started your own full-time business. I would love to hear that. So share in the comments any tips that you might have, or things that you have accomplished, or even what you want to accomplish. I would love to hear your goals so we can support each other in our goals too. And hopefully this just kind of hit home with you and helps you realize that it helps you realize that you can become financially independent, that you can retire early if you want to. And yeah, there's just so many people doing it, and there's such a great community. So if you guys liked this video, please like it and share it with someone else who might need this information. And let's start a real community around becoming financially free and just supporting each other. I would love to do that. So please don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. And yeah, leave in the comments, you guys, any tips you have or any goals that you're working toward. I would love to hear them. And I will see you in the next video. Thanks.